Okay, everybody, welcome to Chiller Night Live. I am Bryan Hogue, and we will be talking about all things horror, science fiction, paranormal from 8 p.m. Eastern Time until 9 o'clock. We do this every Tuesday night. Right out the gate, Renee. Hey, Renee, hope you are okay, by the way. I know there's a lot of fires going on over in your neck of the country. So, Rocket Red Countdown, liftoff, blah, blah, blah. I can't even read some of these. Well, a lot of emojis, a plethora of emojis. Renee is sending. Renee, Friday 13th, December 2024, I saw two long illuminated plasma rod UFOs and two military jet fighter size UFOs outside my hospital window after suffering missing time for a whole day and broken arm. Oh my gosh. WTMF. Oh man. I hope your arm is doing better. That's very, very interesting what you saw at your hospital window. A lot of people are seeing a lot of strange aerial phenomenon lately. Stephanie says, "Hey y'all, everybody okay?" Yes, I'm okay here, and Ava's okay. I took her to surgery today for her hand once again, her finger, more specifically. I'll talk a little bit about that here in a minute, but we're okay here. I hope everybody is doing okay out in California. I know things are pretty heated out there with the fires. So Patty says, "Hi all." Hey Patty, I'm going that you got me. Very, very nice of you to get me that book, and also the Funko Pop figure from my stepson Brenton. So I'm pretty happy. I got the gifts out. I got to talk about them. Everyone's saying hi. Renee's sending many more emojis. Happy New Year's Eve, Eagle 2025. Let's go diehard faithful San Francisco 49ers Empire next year. Tom says, woohoo, happy 2025, everyone. Yes, happy 2025. That's right. This is our first show. Is this our first show of the year, or did we have one earlier this year? Did we? I think this is it. No, this is it. Yeah, because I just switched the. Okay. Yeah. Last one was New Year's Eve. Bonus says, "Hey, hello, Brian, Miss Ava, Miss Stephanie, Renee, and Chillin' Night crew. Hey there, Bonehead. DJ Dave. Hey, Dave. LOL. Hey, how you doing tonight? Hope you're doing well." SBC says, "Hello, everyone." Hey, SBC, thanks for joining us. Let's see. Yeah, Stephanie's asking if Renee's okay. Of course, we know Renee is in California, so hope she is doing all right. Patty says, "Nice Funko Pop." Ah, yeah, it's pretty cool. D says, "Good evening, everyone." Good evening, D. Thanks for joining us. Renee says, "Sorry I missed your live New Year's Eve show last week. I was at Shark Tank Flyers versus Shark." Ah, very cool. I hope you had a good time. And I hope your arm is well on the mend. Let's see. Some salutations being exchanged. A lot of comments. I'm already behind, and I'm not. Let's see. SPC says, "Today I'm finally back." Yes, you are. We're happy to have you. Renee says, "Yeah, Southern California, Los Angeles is burning on fire." I know, I've been seeing that. Wow. Stephanie says, "How did everybody handle the snow?" Not bad. Just winter, winter stuff. I mean, it wasn't bad where we were, I should say. I'm sure other places got it a lot worse than we did. Patty says, "Survived Virginia's snow ice storm." John says, "If you want to make a New Year's Eve resolution that you can keep, make your resolution to watch Chiller Night. It's now time for the first episode of Chiller Night Live for 2025. This is Crozak the Grand, and now here's our host, Bryan Hogue." Well, thank you once again for your ever stellar intros, John Crozak the Grand. Very much appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, there's your resolution. If you haven't had one yet, by golly, first of all, what were you waiting for? But second of all, John's already given us one. Bonin says, Happy New Year, everyone. I missed you so much. It's been a year since I talked to you last. LOL. Right. Street Gang. Is PBR Street Gang on here? I saw someone say something about him. Oh, there he is. You know why I didn't see you, PBR, is because the emojis didn't pop up yet. Huh? I'm seeing the name. They're still not on there. I just see your name. I'm sure we're giving... You're no doubt giving me a wave. Now, one of these days, he's going to pull a fast one on me, but I'll give you the wave preemptively before I even see your waves pop up. I'll go back and check them. I don't know why that happens. They take a while. Even Renee's are taking a while to load on here. I don't know. It's got to be on Restream's end. I don't know why. But anyways, long day so far. Got up and took Ava down to in Pittsburgh area to have some more surgery on her hand. She injured her finger, as you may or may not recall, way back in April, back in April 11th. Severed the tendon on her ring finger on the left hand. So been having complications. Went down, had some corrective surgery again today. Got a picture of her hand all bound up. There it is. Oh, so I wish her a quick healing. Look at that. So there she is. But the doctor says it went very well. So I have no doubt that she will recover soon. But just hate to see her go through all that stuff. Bonus is we don't usually get snow down here, and honestly, I don't miss it after driving truck for 24 years through that white stuff. I'm happy. Oh, yeah, that's true. You really have no choice. I mean, yeah, I hear you. But Patty sent me this book here, The Fright Before Christmas. I'll put up a bigger picture here. The Fright Before Christmas, Surviving Krampus and Other Yuletide Monsters by Jeff Belanger, I guess. So, but this is very, very nice of Patty to send me this, and it has all kinds of advice and a bunch of different types of creatures that I didn't know about. I didn't know there were all these crazy creatures running around on Christmas. What the heck? But there's just browsing through it here as I was telling you about it. Yeah, it's pretty cool though. Very thoughtful of you, Patty. I very much appreciate that. It was very nice of you to send me The Fright Before Christmas. So very neat. And then Brenton, I got both of these on the same day, and they were both, for Christmas, but they both arrived on the same day. And this was the Anakin Skywalker Funko Pop figure. Now this, what's really cool, try to keep the glare out of your eyes, so you can see his red eyes, the red eyes of the Sith, Anakin Skywalker. Signed, has a certified signature from Hayden Christensen, who played, of course, Anakin Skywalker in the prequels trilogy. So I thought that was very cool because, the family knows I'm a big science fiction, Star Wars fan, and of course, horror fan. But that was really cool. So I wanted to put that up here and highlight that particular gift here tonight. And let's see. Brian, please pass along get well wishes to your wife. Thank you, Bonehead. I appreciate that. Patty says, hugs Ava. Hope you heal well. I'm sure she'll appreciate that. I don't think she had to take some pain medicine right before the show started and said, I don't think I'm going to make it. So she's probably at a nice, restful, drug-induced slumber right by now. I'm thinking. SBC says, I only like snow in December. Yeah, me too. Hey, after, I give it, you know what? I'll even give it till New Year's Eve, and then it can just go. Go! Go. Yes, it's the unwelcome guest. It's overstayed their welcome. Kevin says, good evening, Kevin. Thanks for joining us. Patty says, I think the book might have something about the mummies parade in Pennsylvania. Oh, is that right? I didn't see that yet. Daniel says, sup, Brian? Hey, what's up there, Daniel? Thanks for joining us tonight. And congratulations on the newest addition to the Perry family. Yes, that is awesome. Very, very cute baby pictures on social media I've been seeing. I don't know. I must have missed that. What's it called? Mummy's Parade. Okay. Well, I'll have to look for that. I didn't happen to see that one, but maybe it's in the intro or something. I don't know. I'll have to take a deeper dive. But once again, thank you very, very much for that, Patty. That was very nice of you. Bonus says, it's a new year, and I'm very thankful for everyone here in this chat room. Thanks to Aliens for being the best and make every week awesome. Thanks. Thank you, Bonehead. Thank you. And yes, everyone is. It's really nice to see everybody week after week here. Makes the show go fun. I enjoy all the comments. I don't want the show to just be about me just rambling on. Obviously, I feed off of your comments, and you really make the show. So much appreciated, because you guys make it fun, especially some of the, when we're on some of the old trips down memory lane and the nostalgia stuff. A lot of you are, I'm sure, within the same age bracket to where you can at least throw up stuff that I really like. Oh, okay, now I remember that now. It brings up some good memories. Patty says, I grew up in New England surviving the blizzard of 78. And snow, four-letter word. Snow is a four-letter word to me. Sorry, no, not mummy. Mummers. Oh, mummers. Okay. I'll have to look that up. I didn't see that. I didn't see that in there yet. Okay, Bonus says, Pat Sylvan, PBR Street Gang, Al, Jason. Speaking of PBR, I wonder if his there's the waves. All right, had to go back up and check. Jason says, good evening, my fellow ghouls and Ghoulmaster Brian. Ghoulmaster, I like that. Wishing Orta a speedy recovery. Thank you very much. Jason, you had asked me last week about the Dracula bendy figs, and I have an answer. I actually went on YouTube to look these up, and I thought I had seen that in the description, and it seemed just by the names of it, you asked if a bent, like those old, I don't know, like the old rubber figures with the wire in them. And they do. That's exactly what they are. So I just wanted to kind of double check that. But I thought that they looked cool. I wanted to have them as an addition to the store, some cool merchandise to sell. But yes, so there it is. But I wanted to get back to you on that, because I thought so, but I wasn't 100% sure that that's exactly what I got. Daniel says, thank you. Oh, you're very welcome, Daniel. Very welcome. Yes, much congratulations. Kevin says, sorry your wife is ill. Oh, thank you, Kevin. Yeah, she had an accident last April where she had her finger, the tendon completely severed, and they had to go in and repair it. So, like I said, she's just had some complications. Had to spend almost a week in the hospital. When was that? In the summer months. It was after the failed Trump assassination. I know that because, yeah, it was like a week after that, because we were at the same hospital that they took him. In fact, on our way back from Pittsburgh, we actually went a different route, and we went by that the area where that occurred on our way home. So I thought that was pretty interesting. We saw, we were looking over at the buildings where it took place. Patty says, I grew up, oh, I read that. Renee says, Avon Bryan Hogue, thanks for the Godspeedy recovery thoughts, prayers, wishes just now. I literally feel better right now. The bone feels like it's healing and mending. Once again, thank you very much. Ah, thank you, Renee. You're very welcome. But I appreciate hearing that. You're receiving the good positive energies and from everybody, from us and everybody else. So yes, get well soon. Get well, Ava. Stephanie says, and Bunny says, thanks for always making Tuesday night the best. Oh, that's cool. Thank you, guys. SBC says, anything new happening in the world apart from war and motorized terrorists? Yeah, it's just quite a ride, isn't it? Quite a ride. So we'll keep this going. We'll just keep this going, and we'll see what we see. Renee says, Jack Shadow action figure dolly. Somebody in the live Creature Features chat made a Tangela action figure dolly too. It looks awesome, and was shown last live show. Ah, that'd be cool. I'm not sure how to do something like that. I know Renee made the custom one back here. I've got sitting right there beside Tom's plaque there that he sent of the mummy. But yeah, I'm not sure how to go about doing something like that. One year, remember, it was several years ago, I was sculpting a figure of Jack Shadow. I was going to attempt to make just a rubber character of him. A jiggler is what they call them. So I just got tied up with things. And Blizzard of 78 Survivor, John says. Jason says, thank you for the info and the answer. Next time I'm at the store, I'll pick up the bendy figs. Oh, awesome. You're very welcome. Alan says, hey, Cuzzo, how's my family in the OC? Hey, Alan, thanks for joining us. Doing well, doing well. I just brought your cousin Ava up from the Pittsburgh area today. She had her finger surgery earlier today. Everything went well, and she's recovering and doing quite well. So hopefully she had some corrective issues with her finger. She had to get corrected. Her finger was actually bent, at the tip since her surgery in June. So the doctor actually went in and loosened things up so her finger can be straight again. I felt so bad for her. Renee says, any thoughts about the extraterrestrial alien chemtrail chemical Warfield fog slayer? That was not easy to say for some reason. Any thoughts of them? I don't know what would. I believe they're from us. I don't believe they're from extraterrestrials. But maybe that you've got some other information that would point to that. I don't know. I just believe that it's bad people doing bad things. Brad said, hey, Brad, I mentioned you last week. Somebody had brought up about, here we go. Now in 2025, all things in 1929 and before are officially in the public domain in the United States. That's what we were talking. We mentioned that briefly last week, but I had brought your name up because you had sent me a message pertaining to that last week as well. So, yes, that's right. That's right. John says, is it me or are we getting more horror movies during the winter this year? It seems to. We had Nosferatu. Some of you had mentioned it. Some of you are a little disappointed in that. So we have werewolves. That looked like a kind of a neat movie. The guy in the Purge. Am I thinking of that right? Yeah, it plays in that one. I know Return of the Living Dead. Now, of course, that's coming out, I think, next winter. So the little teaser trailer came out pretty early, for it. But what was the other one? Oh, Wolfman. I know the trailer's out for that. I don't know when that one's coming out. I don't know. Jason says, did drones disappear? The news stories did. I know. Can you imagine being in the propaganda, the news industry nowadays, and trying to keep up with everything. You know what I mean? Because it just happens so fast. They just keep piling it on, and they can't keep a story, you know, really for too long before something else buries it. Renee says, any thoughts about Elon Musk's Cybertron truck bomb explosion at Trump Tower? The manifesto mentioned about extraterrestrial aliens and remote control drones. WTH. I don't know. I'll be honest. I'll be honest, Renee, and anybody else who cares. I believe I'm inclined to think psyop before I latch on to that as a realistic possibility. And probably my old police mentality coming back. I want yes, I want some evidence. I want, you know, and then when someone says something, I say, aha, well, where's the source? Where's the source? What source did that come from? So I don't know. I just that's just me. Everybody's entitled to their opinions. Certainly are. That's what makes life interesting. Bonus says, had me some squirrel and rabbit stew tonight. Ah, really? That's cool. And I'm an old hog with a full belly tonight. I promise everyone I'll behave. Very good, very good. Did you, I don't know, when's small game in Texas? I don't know, up here it's earlier in the year. But did you acquire these yourself? Did you go out hunting? I remember going out small game hunting quite a bit when I was growing up. Dominic says, hey Brian and everyone, are you planning on seeing Nosferatu? Have you seen the previews or reviews? Thanks. Hey Dominic, thanks for joining us. I haven't seen Nosferatu. I would like to, but I'll probably, quite honestly, wait till it comes to streaming. You know, I probably will. I don't make it to the movies that much anymore. I'm not going to say I don't go at all. Maybe not. I just haven't. I just go not very often. Not very often. So I have seen the previews. And the previews look good. Although last week we had some of our viewers say that they weren't too impressed with it. So I have seen some of the reviews online saying that they liked it. In fact, I saw several of those, but then there were several people in here last week when we were discussing it who thought it could have been better. So Brian says, hello everyone. Hey Brian, thanks for joining us. Let's see. Kevin says, I hope she is still able to flip off other drivers. That's a necessary skill. Yeah, well, hey, fortunately it didn't affect the middle finger, just the ring finger. So, whew. Renee says, chemical warfare. Sorry, I'm totally relying on autocorrect because I'm not typing with a broken hand. Yeah, I could imagine, yeah. Oh, the fog. Oh, okay, yeah, that mysterious dense fog that was kind of making people sick and stuff. Yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about, and I still am more inclined to think that it's just bad people doing bad things right here on our own planet. Three-letter agencies and all that nonsense. Let's see. Renee says, I think it's extraterrestrial alien using chemical warfare to kill us human beings, being earthlings slowly. It's an interesting thought. I tend to think it's a little bit more grounded than that. I'm not saying I don't believe in extraterrestrials or interdimensional beings or wherever they come from. I think that there probably is more than just us. I do believe that. But, you know, in these cases, I think that it's our folks doing it. Frank Grillo, he was Crossbones in MCU, Stephanie says. That's right. That's the one in that, the werewolves. I believe so. I believe Frank Grillo is the one in werewolves. Because I thought it kind of looked, it just had that feel, almost that feel of, Oh my gosh, The Purge. Okay, The Purge movies. I don't know, it just had almost like a feel like that to it, you know. And I thought, wow, okay, he did a good job in The Purge. I'll watch him in that. Yeah, and he was also Crossbones. He played on The Shield way back when that show first came out. Uh, Brad says Mickey Mouse's Skeleton Dance 1929 is now officially in the public domain. Woohoo! Yeah. All right, Brad. Brad is correct. Yeah. It's now in the public domain. We could show that. We could show that if we ever revive the show. Again, if I revive the show, it would be, it would have to be, it'd have to be this guy. It'd have to be this guy doing it. I don't think I would be able to really bring Jack Shadow back in the way that we had him before. I don't know when. I don't know when. You know, I mean, I could do Chiller Night Theaters. I could do it like we're doing this right now. And the way that I used to do the show was very impromptu. I didn't have much preparation for the show. So if I were to do it as Jack Shadow or like Jack Shadow, that takes a lot of prepping. Let's see. SBC says, I saw the Cybertruck video. The explosion was relatively weak, and from what it looked like, I assume exploding fireworks. Yeah, maybe. It did look kind of weak. Maybe. I wonder if that's because it was kind of consumed inside the shell of the vehicle. Who knows? SBC says the recent UFO drone events, secret government experiments, search for hidden Russian nuclear device. Bonus says, you can hunt at any time down here. Older gentleman lets his friends hunt on his property. Ah, cool. Cool. I want more land. I want more land. I would love to have some woods and be able to hunt whenever I felt like it. Growing up in Northwest Pennsylvania, all of us hunted. I haven't been an avid hunter all my life, and especially more. I couldn't tell you last time I've been hunting. I think 2007, 2006 or 7. So it's been a long time. But I would like to be able to have my land where I could shoot my guns and go hunting if I wanted to. Maybe I never would, but I would like to know that I still have the land and the option to do so. But maybe that's what a lot of men would like that. SBC says, Bonehead exhaust. I'm still recovering from 2024. Bonehead says, Tom, SBC, how yous New Year going so far? Oh, Tom says, jury still out, Bone. Patty says, it's still on Amazon. It is Amazon trying out their new delivery drones. Oh, it's okay. Maybe so. I think it's Amazon, she says. Okay. Stephanie says, if anybody asks, I'm in Ohio and we had 10.5 inches of snow. I didn't go to work yesterday. Did you really? Wow. Where the heck is that? Because I remember here in Pennsylvania, we did get some snow. We got, I don't know, probably maybe 6 inches of snow, 6 or 7. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we got some snow, but it finally looks like it looked when I was a kid, like winter. I don't know. It seems like the last several winters, it just has been kind of weak. Renee says, "Whoa! Anakin Skywalker says now this is pod racing." Moo. Yeah, now this is pod racing. John says it could be our friends from Canada. They are such jolly jokers over there, and who would ever think that they would do that to us? Think about, yeah, who knows? I remember about 2 summers ago when I could sure smell their fires and the pink sky overhead from all the fires up there. You never know; it could be coming down from Canada. Brad says, but now you must show Dracula and Frankenstein, 1931. That would be coming to the public domain in 2027. Very cool. Yeah, I know there's horror hosts that can't wait for that. But it says, God bless you, Miss Stephanie. Oh, Lord, I never want to see that much snow again, ever. Please be safe up there, ma'am. Kevin says, I had to hunt for my car keys once, but that's all. Oh, that's your hunting story? Well, I hope it was a successful hunting story at that, though, Kevin. Raymond says, Brian, Tom, Bonin, Raymond, thanks for joining us. Let's see. Okay. So we're all caught up on the comments, believe it or not, except for some salutations being exchanged. Let's see. And let me say, don't forget, speaking of Chiller Night Theater, I had mentioned that a little bit ago about because I'd like to get some sponsorship for Chiller Night, for the store, for the business. I'd like to get some sponsorship for it, and if I do that, I might throw in. I might just throw in Chiller Night Theater as an added bonus, but it would be, again, it would be this guy, be that guy, not that one. At least for a while. I mean, I just can't. I can't do the other. But we'll see. But speaking of Chiller Night Theater, the reruns are on. They play every Saturday night on Stream TV. You can watch that at streammedia.tv. Streammedia.tv. They've been playing like 4 episodes on a Saturday night back to back. I tried to put their schedule up Saturday, but it looks like they had a new website put up here recently, because when I looked at it, it was like, oh, that's different. So maybe that had something to do with the schedule. I couldn't hook onto their online schedule. I wasn't able to post which episodes were playing that night, but they do begin at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Now that's been going on. They always started at 9 o'clock on Saturday night since like October of 2017. So I hope you get a chance to check that out. If you ever want to sit and watch those back to back on Stream TV. You can also check those out on the YouTube channel, Chiller Night YouTube channel. Interesting thing, believe it or not, I don't get that many live, I'm not saying they're dead viewers, but I don't get that many live viewers on Facebook as the show is live, okay? But it turns out that it's kind of did a flip on me, because it used to be most of my audience was YouTube. Now most of my audience, and it's not live, it's not now, but most of my audience is Facebook now, not YouTube. It used to be, yeah, it has switched, but most of my live viewers right now are YouTube. Anyway, if you enjoy the content, like and subscribe, hit the notification. You should be notified that these shows pop up live every Tuesday. But you can go on that channel, Chiller Night, on YouTube, and check out old episodes of Chiller Night Theater. And also, these shows here are archived. They're not going anywhere. And we even have the old Chiller chats on there from many, many years ago. So if you ever get bored and want to check out some old Chiller Night programming, we're here. So, let's see, where are we at? Brad says Sheets would be a good sponsor for Chiller Night. It would. I had them before for Dark Horse Championship Wrestling. A little harder to get Sheets because they're like you have to do a territory. Or at least that was the case back in 2000. When's the last time I did DCW? In 2015. So I had to get like a regional manager to approve it. And even that, you could only put stuff in here and here. And then they were very, 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 very strict. It might not be that way now. Probably is. But, yeah, we shall see. But it says, Jack Shadow is retired and living in sunny Florida. He ain't coming back to cold Pennsylvania, Brian. No. No, probably not. Not for a while. Yeah, I don't see him returning in the way that he was, like a weekly guest. I can't keep up with that. If I had a writer for the show, but I mean, for me to be just trying everything I'm trying to do, and just life, everything catches up to you eventually, and um, I hope you guys had fun while that stuff lasted. I hope you did. Now Jack's pretty much contained to the haunted house, Jack Shadow's House of Terror. So I'll probably keep him there. Probably will. Chiller Night Theater was a bit much to keep up with. Um, D says I'm always playing Chiller Night in the background on Saturday nights as long as the stream doesn't freeze. Oh, that's cool. Oh, glad to hear that, D. Um, Renee says, OMG, Ava had tons of needles and IVs going into her veins in both arms, and she was pumped full of antibiotics to clear infections. Ouch. I still have metal in my arm. Yeah, she not only had that, but she was in the hospital for like I said, it was almost a week, at least 5 days. And then she had to come home, and they had to have a port in her, and so that she had to, where was the, I think it no I think the port was in her arm, and she had to receive antibiotics daily, through that port for another week or so. It was pretty bad. The infection got pretty bad. Patty says Jack Shadow is always behind Bryan. Snicker, snicker. Yeah, he is. He's either up in the castle. Boop. Might be able to see him. He's actually in there moving around. Or, in this case, yeah, you can see the picture respectfully hanging on the wall behind me. So, now those I could do. I could do those. We ever, what's this? Tom says, I thought Bryan was always behind Jack Shadow. Potato. SBC says, yes, I see him standing there in the background. Brad says, Two Cousins Pizza and Cranberry Mall would be a good sponsor for Chiller Night. They would. They would. I'm actually looking, though, for, and I see why you're saying that, but see, they're also right beside us in the store, because my store is like right here, and then there's a little food court, and they're right here. So who's ever coming in to get their pizza orders from Two Cousins, they're going to see me regardless. Now, what I'm looking for is a pizza delivery place in the area where they can put my inserts or my flyers, tape them on the box, put them in the bag, the sub bags or whatnot. But yeah, that's the type of thing for me to consider when. But yeah, Two Cousins Pizza, they got really good food. I eat my dinner there every Saturday. I'm stuck there. There's no other place in the mall, so Two Cousins. Bonus is my New Year's resolution is be nicer and less of a disruptive influence on the chat rooms this year. I'm hoping I won't offend or annoy anyone this year, but if I accidentally do, I'm sorry. All right. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think you're going to annoy anybody. Bonehead. D says, Bonehead, Happy New Year to you as well. See? So all is well. Kevin says, I just checked YouTube for Chiller Night. Lots of old broadcasts I'm planning to watch. Thanks for the info. Oh, I appreciate that, Kevin. Yeah. Yeah, we have some old shows. The old Chiller Chat. That was a weekly show we were doing where I've interviewed lots of guests on there. Folks like Tom Savini, Chili Billy Cardell, John. I'm drawing a blank. John Russo, That's why I wanted to say John Strong. It's John Russo, George McClellan from Night of the Living Dead, Russ Streiner, Gary Streiner, his brother, one of the production guys on Night of the Living Dead. Jim Crut, the helicopter zombie from the scene in Dawn of the Dead, the original Dawn of the Dead, where the guy gets his, looks like Frankenstein. Tom Savini really built that head up. Looked kind of like a Frankenstein. It looked very unnatural, but hey, you know, you were dealing with very practical effects back then in 1978 or whenever they came out. Yeah, Jim was on the show. Just had a lot of folks on the show over the years. The Masked Superstar, my childhood, can't say hero because he was always a villain, a heel, but man, I always looked forward to seeing the Masked Superstar and got to have him finally as a guest on my show. But yeah, a lot of guests over the years. Renee says, it's painful. I know what she's going through. I'm going through it too. Oh, yeah. Boy, hopefully that passes soon, Renee. And I know what hers, at least she's not going through any type of infection. So that's good. 840. I see 842. I would have said maybe 820 at the most. This goes so quick. See, Renee says, how ironic, me and Ava got broken bones at the same time. Right now, it's very second healing and mending, fascinating, compelling. I am flabbergasted and mystified. Miracles, synchronicity, God winks from the Holy Bible. Oh, very, very interesting perspective there. Brad says, what about Taco Bell as a sponsor for Chiller Night? Possibly. I've been jotting down some ideas here before I, because I want to put it together a sponsor packet, and then present it professionally to them. So certainly not going to rule anybody out. Like I say, even Two Cousins, as good as they are, I support them. They support us. They give their customers a lot of good information about us, and I certainly enjoy their food and all that. But for business purposes, I think it would be, I'm trying to get someone who would cover the area, the Franklin, Oil City, Clarion, those areas that benefit me a little better there. But yeah, Renee says, Chili Billy, I mentioned Jack Shadow to Chili Billy on his channel. He says he knows of you. There's another Chili Billy? Interesting. There's somebody who's going by the moniker of Chili Billy these days. See, that's interesting. I grew up watching Chili Billy, the original Chili Billy, or the Bill Chili Billy Cardell from Pittsburgh, and a very, very, very famous Pittsburgh personality for many, many years, many decades. Was in Night of the Living Dead, also in Night of the Living Dead. He played himself as the news anchor man, the reporter, the news reporter in Night of the Living Dead. So very good friends of George Romero. Let's see. Tom says, maybe you should get the Mormons to sponsor Chiller Night. They get around. Do they get around that much, though? Well, and if anybody's a Mormon or Jehovah's Witness, don't be offended. But, I mean, they do go to door. Yeah, so maybe I can get them to slip out one of my flyers to everybody. I don't know. All right, there's an idea. Renee says, there's a YouTube channel, This Old Man Who Collects Old Horror DVDs and sci-fi DVDs, and goes by the name of Chili Billy. Is that right? Ah, interesting. I did not know that. Stephanie says, before I got the DVD, I watched Dawn of the Dead on YouTube, director's cut. Interesting. As far as Chili Billy, I just now thought of this. Wait a minute, what does Stephanie... I watched Dawn of the Dead before I got the DVD. Oh, you watched it on YouTube. Really? It was on YouTube. Did you have to pay for it, or was it just somebody uploaded it, and imagine that. If that's the case, I don't understand how this works. Somebody will, mine will get taken down because 20 seconds of a song in the car that was playing on the radio in the background, so that gets flagged, and my video gets taken down. But somebody can put up a licensed movie. I don't understand it. Renee says, I'm smoking, waiting trees, marijuana. Okay. Well, I hope that brings you some comfort. In dealing with all the craziness that you have to deal with, and I hope that helps you with your broken arm. Maybe even helps you get through this show. With Paul, it used to be his four locos, he used to say. So, hopefully Paul's doing well. Paul, if you're watching this at a later time, I wish you well. But it says, Tom, now that'd be quite a sponsor for Bryan. Could you see that? Think about the commercials. LOL. SBC says, what's the topic for next week? I don't know. What do you want the topic to be? Somebody throw me out a topic. I've been thinking of this topic for a while. And I haven't put nothing together, but I mean, I would like to do one. This doesn't have to be next week, so I can do this anytime. But one of these nights, I'd like a show dedicated to Planet of the Apes, because I love Planet of the Apes. It's not all horror, Chiller is also sci-fi, the invading aliens and all. So yeah, we can make any stretch of the imagination and throw sci-fi, even all kinds of sci-fi, under the mantle of Chiller if we want to. Tom says, I was thinking about their door-to-door work mode. Yes. PBR says, thank you for the great content in 2024. Looking forward to 2025 with you and all the great folks in the chat. Oh, thank you. Thank you, PBR. Kevin says, could you pay to print your ads onto their actual pizza boxes? I've wondered about that. I've actually wondered about that. I don't know, because that would certainly help, because a lot of times when I was doing Dark Horse Championship Wrestling, I'd find out a lot of the employees weren't putting the stuff on there, and that's understandable. I'm not happy about that when I'm putting their stuff on my promotional. They're listing them as a sponsor. I expect them to fulfill their end of the obligation, or their half. But when I was doing DCW, I was finding out they, a lot of them weren't putting the flyers on. This covered Oil City and Franklin. They had two different stores, so I went to there, to them, and I asked the manager. I said, hey, what's the deal? I'm hearing a lot of people say this. They're getting their subs or that, they don't have the flyer. They're not getting the flyers with the information. They said, well, they can't get the flyers in the bag. I said, well, can they get the sub in the bag? Because if they can get the flyer in the bag. It was just a little 4x6, so I kind of had to double down on that. If somebody is supposed to be promoting, I don't know, I take that seriously. I had a wrestler on DCW. It was very. He was in one of the main events, not the main event, but he was one of the main wrestlers, and I had him taken off the roster just like maybe a couple weeks before the event because he wasn't sharing the promotional material. And that's a big thing with me. I make it known to everybody when they're coming in, share the material. I expect that. It takes no effort to do that on your end. So share it. If you're not sharing the material, you don't need to be here. So, but I'm going off. I'm trailing off. But it says, I got to go to the VA tomorrow and next week for my doctor's appointment. All the medical talk is sending chills down my spine. And I'm a skull and I ain't got no backbone. LOL. Where's your backbone? You just told us. Jason says, speaking of George Romero, what did you think of the remake Night of the Living Dead 3D with Sig Haig, not Tom Savini's remake? Jason, I've not seen that. I've never seen the Sid Haig one. So believe it or not, I've just never seen it. Of course, I like the original. I really like Tom Savini's. I think the 1990 one is just a really fun movie to watch. Tom Savini's remake there, but I didn't see the Sid Haig one. No, Stephanie says I didn't have to pay for it. It was actually on there. I got bored that day, so I watched it. Really interesting. Dawn of the Dead was on YouTube. Let's see. Let me get caught up a little bit. How about the winter-themed horror movies? How about the winter-themed horror movies? John says. We could do. Yeah, like I don't know. As soon as you said that, I got the scene of The Shining. With them running around. Yeah. Brad says I watched the debut of. Is that what you want? You want winter-themed horror movies for next week? We could do that. All right, everybody, brush up on your winter-themed horror movies. Brad says, I watched the debut of WWE Monday Night Raw live on Netflix last night. It sure is different compared to watching it on cable. Oh, that's right. They were going to go to Netflix. Interesting. Okay. I wonder how that's going to go for them. Patty says, if anyone here likes grapefruit but can't eat it because of medicine you take, the Caracara oranges are in the store. They are pink and not a hybrid, but a recent mutation and good. It's interesting. I don't know what a Caracara orange is, but I can look that up now. I've never heard of those. Maybe I've seen them and I just didn't know they were called a Caracara orange. Jason says Planet of the Apes would be a great topic. Also, maybe winter-themed horror movies. I think both of those are good. Well, we could do, because John brought it up, maybe we'll do winter-themed horror movies next week, and maybe the week after, we can do Planet of the Apes. I think both would be, yeah, we'll just do that. Why don't we just do that? Renee says, my dad loved all the Planet of the Apes movies and television series. Yeah, me too. I was the same way. Patty says, apes, 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 apes. Bennett says, Miss Stephanie, Chili Billy Cardell is the original in the original Night of the Living Dead. He plays a reporter interviewing the sheriff near the end of the movie. Yeah. Yep. Bananas, bananas, Tom says. Okay. Stephanie says, thanks, Bones. I gotta check that out. Monkeys, lots of monkeys, Bones says. All right. Oh, Renee says, how is Craven the Hunter? That's in movies right now in some selected theaters. I don't know. How's Venom's Last Dance movie? I don't know. I haven't seen Craven the Hunter or the last Venom movie. I think I only saw the first Venom movie. I could be wrong. Maybe I checked out the second one. I don't remember. I think they have 3 of them now, right? I haven't really followed Venom, to be honest with you. I think the kids were watching it, and I might have watched it back when it first came on. I don't remember, to be honest with you. Here, Dune 2 is very killer, Renee says. I recommend Aliens, Romulus, and Crow 2024. Interesting. Patty says that is Craven didn't last. Oh, didn't last a week here. Craven didn't. Oh, okay, Patty says. Renee says, that's an anime cat movie in the theaters now. They say it's really good. It's playing in the IMAX. It's called Flow. F-L-O-W. I think it's about a Japanese cat. And Tom says, Kraken has no stamina. Kraken? Craven? Is that what you're talking about? or the misspelling here? That is, Kraken didn't last. Oh, he didn't have no stamina. He didn't last. Okay. They have pills for that. John says, and just like that, the first episode of Chiller Night for 2025 is complete. This is Crozak the Grand reminding you that it's cold out there. And so are they. Okay, so leave a blanket and hot coffee for your favorite monster. Oh, that's nice. Until next week, stay chilled and keep thrilled. Stay chilled and keep thrilled. It would certainly stay chilled out there. Thank you. Crozak the Grand. Renee says, have to rent the Deadpool versus Wolverine team up World War III thingy at the library and watch it over and over and over again because it's killer. I started watching Deadpool and Wolverine the other day. I didn't have time to finish it, but I probably maybe have. I'm guessing maybe 20 minutes left of that one. So, but I haven't seen the whole thing yet. Bonin says I'd like to see that Venom movie. Patty says Flow is about a cat and a flood. Brad says, good night, Brian, and everybody else. Good night, Brad. Thanks for joining us. SBC says, I miss going to the cinema, but it's not that much fun alone, unfortunately. I'm single at the moment. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's not fun going, and then you know, have no one to talk about the movie afterwards, and yeah. Probably just stream it. Wait for it to come on streaming or something. Patty says, stay safe all and watch out for black ice. Bonus says, well, thanks again to everybody for another great show. Thank you. Thank you, Bonehead. Stephanie says, take care, y'all. See you next week. Stay safe and warm. Yes, see you guys next week. Tom says, stay warm. Will do. Okay, so, speaking of winter and chiller and being cold and black ice and all this, next week's theme will be winter-themed horror movies. Okay, so, all right, we'll go with that. Seems like a good topic. Then next week, the week after that, maybe we'll do Planet of the Apes. But one thing at a time. All right, so, with that, we're at the close enough. Bunny says, to quote the immortal Red Green, keep your sticks on the ice. We're all in this together. Hope to see you next week. Yes, you as well, Bunhead. Renee says, thanks for the awesome live chillin' at Theater Live. Oh, you are very welcome, Renee. Thanks for joining us. SBC says, stay healthy, everyone. See you next week. And if you have time, watch some Manhouse. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. D says, good night, everyone. Stay safe. Snow is a bad four-letter word in our house. Grr. Yes, I hear that. Raymond says, happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year to you as well, Raymond. Yes, and to all of you, welcome to 2025. That's all I don't have anything, clever to say about it other than just welcome. Well, we're all in this together, like somebody had said, Bonehead. So with that, have a good night. Have a good chill night. We'll see you next week.